And it came to be, in the days when rulers ruled, and there was a scarcity of food in the land, and a man of Bethlehem, Yahuah, went to sojourn in the fields of Moab, he and his wife and his 2 sons. And the name of the man was Elimelech, and the name of his wife Naomi. And the name of his 2 sons was Machlon and Kilion, Aphrodites of Bethlehem, Yahuah. They went to the fields of Moab, and came to be there. And Elimelech, husband of Naomi, died, and she was left with her 2 sons. And they took wives of the women of Moab. The name of one was Orpah, and the other Ruth. And they dwelt there about 10 years. And Machlon and Kilion also died, both of them. Asher was bereaved of her 2 sons and her husband. And she rose up with her daughters-in-law, and returned from the fields of Moab. She had heard in the fields of Moab that Yahuah had visited his people in giving them bread. And she left places where she was, and her 2 daughters-in-law with her. And they went on their way to return to the land of Yahuah. And Naomi said to her 2 daughters-in-law, "Go each to her mother's house. Yahuah shows kindness to you, as you have shown to the dead and to me. Yahuah grant that you find rest, each in the house of her husband." Then she kissed them, and lifted up their voices and wept. And they said to her, "No, we shall go back with you to your people." But Naomi said, "Go back, my daughters. Why go with me? Have I still sons in my womb, that they may become your husbands? Go back, my daughters, go your way, for I am too old to have a husband. If I should say I have an expectancy, even if I have a husband tonight, and should also bear sons, would you wait for them until they were grown? Would you shut yourselves up, not to have a husband? No, my daughters, for it is much more bitter for me than for you, for the hand of Yahuah has gone out against me." And they lifted up their voices and wept again. And Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her and said, "Look, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and to her mighty ones. Go back, follow your sister-in-law." But Ruth says, "Do not urge me to leave you, or to go back from following after you. For wherever you go, I go, and for wherever you stop over, I stop over. And your people are my people, and your Elohim is my Elohim. Wherever you die, I die, and there I shall be buried. Do so to me, and more also, for death itself parts you and me." She saw that she was strengthening herself to go with her. She ceased to speak to her, and both of them went until they came back to Bethlehem. And it came to be that they came to Bethlehem, and that all city was moved because of them. And they said, "Is this Naomi?" And she said to them, "Do not call me Naomi or pleasant, call me Mara or bitter, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. I went out filled, Yahuah has brought me back empty. Why do you call me Naomi? Since Yahuah has witnessed against me, and the Almighty has done evil to me." And thus Naomi returned, and Ruth the Moabite, her daughter-in-law, with her, who returned from the fields of Moab. And they came to Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest.